You're not the one. He always tells you you're not the one. When the red flags come up, you ignore. When you calling your man and you can't find him, you know why you can't find him? Because he don't want to be found.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Charlene Nicole, so welcome. And the topic of today that we're discussing and reacting to, red flags in dating, what women should never ignore. Yes, dating can be annoying. Trust me, been there and done it. But it also can be exciting, sometimes filled with the promise of a new connection. Scratch that, a real connection, even a potential new love. But yes, there's always a but. Not every relationship is built on the foundation of trust. Now, technically, what is a red flag? A red flag is a warning that may be an unhealthy pattern or behavior between you and your partner. Now, before we jump into this video, y'all already know I have two requests. One, don't forget to like this video. And two, if you're not subscribed already, I would appreciate it if you press the subscribe button that's conveniently placed in the corner of this video, as we are on our way to hitting new goal of 500 subscribers. And we cannot do it without you. So I would greatly appreciate it if you just take a quick second to push that subscribe button. Now let's get into the video.
Stay away from men who want you to be so independent to where you never call on them for anything and they're actually comfortable with that and they'll never offer you anything. Stay away from men who want to be served, but they do not serve anyone. They only look for service. Because these are the same men that will watch you struggle, same men who will let you be a single married woman, same men who will look at you like you are crazy for having vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Because how dare you need them to be the man that God called them to be? How dare you need them to be a provider? How dare you need them to stand in the gap when you are feeling weak? How dare you? So pay attention to men who are not of service. I'm not just talking about in relationships. Look at their life. Are they looking to serve? Do they look out for their friends? Are they there for their family members? Do they have a servanthood spirit? Also, stay away from men who have a poverty mindset. They will always lack. Men who don't know how to get money, but they will just get in a depressive state because they're broke. Stay away from them kind of men. Because real men know how to be resourceful. Poverty is a mindset and it's also a spiritual stronghold. And if you get yourself attached to a man who A, is not of service, B, has a poverty mindset, C, doesn't like to be needed or doesn't want anyone to need him, you're going to be right there with him, taking care of him. You're going to become the life center that he draws his resources from.
Lord, baby, that was a whole word. I detect no lies in what she just said.
A major red flag if a guy you're interested in does this. Check this out.
These red flags. He's a mystery. If he's a mystery and unknowable, run. See, some of y'all date some fine, mysterious people. But he fine, though, he fine. But he's very vague in conversation. So where you live? Yeah, you know. Where you were? Center City? Where you go to church? I've been looking around. Like, if it's constant vagueness, you need to run.
They always get quiet when it come to church. They get real shaky when you start asking, oh, so what church you go to? I believe in the higher power. Real questionable. You real shaky, sir. It get real shaky when you start talking about God.
He will give you signals that you're not the one. He always tells you you're not the one. The problem is you don't want to listen to it. Because you want it to work so desperately, and the red flags come up, you ignore it. You call him, you can't find him. Do you know when you calling your man and you can't find him, you know why you can't find him? Because he don't want to be found.
Tell him, Steve.
Mr. Right, when you believe he's coming and you're ready to receive him, Mr. Right will walk up to you.
That's right.
That's all you got to do.
It's a way of manifesting. You cannot attract what you are constantly chasing. The moment that you are confident, and I know some of y'all don't believe in manifesting, but I've manifested a lot in my life and it is real. The moment that you start to stop stressing it and stop worrying about it, it will come to you. The moment that you believe you already have him, that he's already here. I know it sounds crazy for some of y'all, but the moment that you believe it and you just move through life and enjoy life, the love is here already. It's coming. God has it for me. It is coming. He is already here. God, I just have to wait on God's time, and God is preparing me and preparing him to cross paths. But you got to put yourself out there and live life. It's all about having faith. You have to be what you want to attract, simply put.
You should never ignore a man with too many baby mamas. That means he don't wear no condom. And he didn't marry one of no baby mamas. And you think he gonna marry you? After 5 or 6 women, you should think about that before you get with him. Like, damn.
Red flags that if you notice in a man, sis, you need to go. Anger problems. Date this man if you're looking to end your life. Now, the tricky thing about the anger issues is they may be difficult for you to notice at first. But once you get into any kind of dispute, argument, they will surface, as well as how he interacts with others. He raises his voice unnecessarily in a dispute. This man has no control of his emotions and he cannot control himself, and he will put you in danger.
It is all about how he treats his mama too. If his relationship with his mama is very telling on how he's going to treat you. For the people in the back that ain't paying attention, how he treat his mama is how he's going to treat you.
Mommy issues. Good way to find out if he has
What'd I
mommy
say?
issues, ask. A man with mommy issues does not like women. He
Yep.
does not like you. He does not trust you. He will sabotage a relationship and will most likely sabotage you as well. Best
Absolutely.
thing you can do is pray for him, recommend a therapist, and go. A cheap ass. Notice I did not say broke ass,
Those two
because a
different
cheap
things.
ass can have a lot of money
Mhm.
and still just not decide to spend it on you. Pay attention to how much he tips servers.
Yeah.
Does he offer to do little things like pay for your parking or little things that may not be necessary, but does he take pride in paying for them, or does he run away from them? A cheap man is not going to change his ways, and the quicker you leave, the better off you will be. Jealous/insecure men.
Oh. Mm-mm.
Run.
Yes, please run.
Run! This can manifest in several ways, from commentary on your appearance, your makeup, your clothes, your boobs, your social media, anything that makes him feel insecure about your shine, your star power, your future, your career. If you do not get consistent, confident energy, or a man that wants to pour into you, he is most likely intimidated
Yes.
by the woman that you are, and he's going to try and minimize you. Don't do it. Go.
Let me tell y'all something real quick, because I like things to play through and then I give you my opinion. So I'm going to make this very quick. One thing that I can say, ladies, what she just said about the jealous and insecure man, the controlling and jealous man, you do not want to continue to entertain it. Like she said, not only because I've been in a situation where I was with somebody at the time who was very controlling, and I didn't realize that there was also a lot of insecurity there. He minimized my accomplishments. He was very controlling to the point where he told me how to wear my hair, and it just was not a great experience at the time. It's like they fear you shining so much that it promotes other men to find interest in you, and that insecurity starts to develop even more within them, because in their subconscious it's like, oh no, she could leave me, or she could do better than me, and I don't want her to get too big for her britches where she feels like she can do better than me. Like, it gets deep. So if you are entertaining anybody that is controlling or jealous, I'm telling you, watch that. And even if you're not strong enough at this time to walk away, I'm telling you, be mindful. Keep that in your head. Be mindful of that, because it can get really dangerous and detrimental to your confidence. Okay, it will absolutely eat you alive.
As a surprise to you, but number 5 is someone that is too smooth. Now, I put this as number 5 because
yes.
he is going to be hard to identify.
Yep.
When you first meet him, you're going to feel like it's a match made in heaven. This man has no fear when he approaches you. He has all the right words. He has you blushing from ear to ear.
Mm-hmm.
And his roster has 50 women on it. As of right now.
Facts.
This man is a player.
Yes.
He is not trustworthy.
Mm-mm.
He knows how to get in them panties real quick.
Yes, he does.
And he is way too comfortable. He's been practicing these lines for his entire life. It may have been passed down from his brothers, his uncles, something.
Somebody.
If he is too smooth, too slick, run. You want a man who has a little anxiety and nerves when he's approaching you. The
Yeah.
guy that does not want to mess up, does not want to touch you too quickly, doesn't want to do anything to throw off your interaction.
The red flags men have that women are ignoring. Ladies, if you've been dating a dude for a while and he doesn't show you to his friends or his family, God, woman, it's a red flag. There's a reason why he's not showing you to the most important people in his life. It's because you're not important to him. A man is going to show you off if you're important to him. Keep that in mind.
If he says, I miss you, you've just met. You've just started talking. Maybe you haven't even had your first date yet. What does he miss? We swapped numbers recently. And he's like, oh, you know, I miss you so much. If you find yourself thinking to yourself, okay, that's interesting that he already misses me. Please don't be silly. Don't get flattered. It's a love bombing technique. If you miss someone, that means that you are used to their presence and they are not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Missing someone, you can't miss someone that you just met.
Right.
Even if it's not a technique, it's somewhat clingy. If he's not trying to come across clingy in the early stages, he is trying to love bomb you. He's trying to flatter you in very cheap ways, and you're not cheap. Someone using the tactic of saying they miss you when it's you've literally just met, it's just such a fuckboy red flag. You do not want a fuckboy. Run. Pet names. It's calling you my baby, my love. And remember, we're talking about early stages here. You've just met this person and already they're dropping baby in your messages. Their way of claiming you already when he probably has many babies in his phone. Lastly, if you get this text message, you up, you awake, run. Remember, please, I'm sorry, just could you keep in mind, this is not your boyfriend. This is someone you've just met. I know I keep repeating myself. Just, if you get, are you awake message and you have not heard from him all day, just know you are not the only woman in his phone, unless you're okay with that.
So don't give me no pet name. Don't give me no pet name. People do different lines of work, so I get it. Men get busy. But if he's giving you pet names and he's showing you all this attention, and then all of a sudden the whole day he go ghost, and then all of a sudden he want to hit you up late at night talking about you up, ma'am, run. I understand men be busy. Like, reality is people be busy, but that's what we have text messages for. If he doesn't even text you to notify you throughout the day, because he already knows his work schedule, he knows that he's going to have a busy day. If he don't hit you up and let you know, hey, I'm not going to be really able to talk, and he's not communicating that, and he just decides it's not important to communicate that he may not be able to talk to you today, and it's like 9, 10, 11 something at night, and you get the are you up? Run, baby girl.
Pray for a generation of women that will walk away from a man at the first red flag.
Let's continue this prayer, sis. We're also going to pray for a generation of women who have the discernment to know when a man doesn't really like them. We're going to pray for discernment to know when a man actually likes the benefit of having you, but doesn't actually like you.
Well,
let's pray for a generation of women who understand that if his actions don't line up with his words, then baby, those words don't mean shit. Let's pray for discernment to know that if a man has not reached out and claimed you with his actions and his words, then that man doesn't actually want you.
Well.
He's breadcrumbing you and stringing you along because there is a benefit to having you on his team. Ooh, and finally, let's pray for a generation that understands that pygmies very seldomly get picked by the right type of man. That desperation to be had and to be loved is a tangible thing. It oozes off of them. It's like blood in the water to sharks. Those predators, they can see it coming a mile away, and they will swoop in and take every opportunity to benefit from your desperation to be picked. They will have you give, hoping that you can prove your worth to them and prove that you are the woman. Then when they're done using you up, you're on TikTok saying, who the fuck did I marry? And that's no slight to Risa Tisa, because there has been a silver lining and all of that for her. But most women, they don't get that silver lining.
That was a read. That was shade. That was where the sun at? That I ain't see no sun in that moment.
The moment that he does not give you clarity, it's your responsibility to ask for that clarity. And if he still does not give you that clarity when you ask for it, it's your responsibility to walk away. Worry about the fact that this man has already put you in a position to where you have been confused. Any dating or relationship, there should never be a moment of confusion because that's going to trigger your anxiety.
If you're confused about your status of a relationship with a man, then girl, walk away. Walk away, because any man that is for you is not going to confuse you. All right, ladies, I'm sorry my camera died right at the end, but in closing for today's video, those were some of the key red flags to watch out for in dating. Remember, your intuition is a very powerful tool. Do not ignore it. Now, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What are your thoughts on the red flags discussed in this video? Do you have any of your own that may not have been mentioned? If this video was helpful, don't forget to click the thumbs up and share. Catch you guys in the next video.